Hey everyone, what is up? It is Strangulate again. Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be talking about Hypefest Station and the upcoming Hypefest Station event, which is Winterbrawl 9. So if you guys haven't heard about it, it is next weekend. It is February 20th through to the 22nd. That's a Friday to Sunday type of deal. And just getting right into it, I'm just going to go into some of the events here. I think on Friday we got a GAU 3 Open 1v1 tournament. We have a female 1v1 tournament, so that's a girls exclusive tournament. We have a 2v2 tournament, and then of course we have the main event on Saturday and Sunday. So really looking forward to that. I can't wait. Can't wait. I have to wait, but I can't, so I don't know what to do. And yeah, so looking at the sponsors here, we're looking at I think almost a 10K prize pool. It might be a little bit higher, a little bit lower, depending on the number of teams. I think right now I think it's like 26 teams, so not bad at all. Pretty similar to Hype 2 like a couple years ago. I know Hype 2, I think we had like 29 teams prior to the tournament, and I think we had 3 sign up at the door to give us that crisp 32. So if you live on the East Coast or near the Philadelphia area, that tri-state area, and you're looking at playing, just for fun, a little bit of experience, get to see everybody. Maybe you're interested in playing the 1v1 or the 2v2s. I would definitely recommend going to hypefeststation.com and checking out the address on there and some of the event details, and you can get involved. If you're planning to just staying home, maybe you live in Europe, maybe you're not too close, you have plans on the weekend and stuff, definitely tune in at twitch.tv/hypefeststation this weekend and on Friday to catch some of these events and watch some of the best Gears of War gameplay you could possibly catch. So, taking a look at the sponsors. We have twitch.tv sponsoring. They donated like a pretty hefty amount of cash towards the pool. It was 2,400. Astro Gaming, we got Black Test Studios, my current employer. They donated another grand towards the prize pool. I know they're also covering the event costs, so a lot more of the team pass money, like the money that people put forward to compete in the tournament, will actually go to the prize pool. So that'll be awesome. We got the regulars. We got Squid Grips. We got Control Freaks. We got Elgato, and we also have Opponent Wear as well. So lots of different sponsors, equipment, apparel, and cash going towards the event to help make it successful. So that is that's super exciting. Oh, and also a big one as well. Not exactly a sponsor, but through some of the past Hypefest Station online tournaments, we've received, I think, I don't want to overshoot this, but I want to say around 4 grand in community donations. So that would be anybody from the Gears of War community or spectating and otherwise putting money forth to help towards buying new equipment to make the event run even better, smoother, and look more professional, and also towards the prize pool as well. So I think it was about a 50-50 split between that 4 grand, where 2 grand goes towards equipment and another 2 grand goes towards the prize pool. So that's awesome to see. So all that together is just going to make the event a lot bigger. I think just a little bit more of a bigger scale than some of the smaller Hypefest Station events in the past. So now I'm going to go towards my top 8 predictions. So like I said before, right now there's about 26 teams that might change a little bit towards next weekend, but I think that's where we're sitting. So we got 26 as some of the best Gears of War teams out there. And I'm going to give you my top 8 right now. Of course, it would take forever to go through some of these teams, and if I miss a team, if I don't put you in the top 8, it's not that you're not good. It's not that I don't like you. I just kind of have to go with players that I know, players that have showed up in the past. I know there's lots of new players coming into this tournament that I've never seen before, and it's up to you, to turn some heads. And yeah, prove me wrong here, but I'm gonna go with my top 8. So I'm gonna start. Yeah, I'm gonna start with 8th first. So we're gonna go with number 8. I'm gonna give that to Ambition. This is a team that has been to a number of events under that name, and also individually. You have Kyle Blaze, you have Bobby Rice, you have Enterprise, and they did have, I think, a guy named Versatiles on their team. Unfortunately, right now they're having a little bit of issues with him, a little bit of drama. Kind of every team has their own little situation, so they're dealing with that right now. If that wasn't happening and they had a set 4th ready to go for next weekend, I might give them, maybe 6th, maybe 7th, but just for that reason. I'm going to go ahead and give them the 8th place spot. They're pretty good individually. They are definitely good friends. Like I said, they got chemistry. They'll do well. I'm going to give them the 8th place spot. 7th place spot, I'm going to go with Run and Gun, otherwise known as Murder by Numbers. So that's Fallout from Black Tusk. You got Prospect. You have Genesis, who's a kind of like that sniper player. Very well known for his skills with the sniper rifle in Gears 1, 2, and 3. And then they have a 4th named Achilles. Unfortunately, I don't know much about him, but I know that with the leadership of Fallout and Prospect, you know, the combined skill and LAN experience, and you know, playing together in the past and stuff like that, they'll do quite well. I also know, this subtracting a little bit, that they're not as practiced as could be, right? So that kind of brings them back a little bit. I've never seen John play with Genesis before, so that's Fallout. I don't think I've ever seen them play together before, so I'm not too sure what's going to go on there chemistry-wise. But they do have enough stuff going for them to say that they'll break top 8, so I'm going to give them that 7th spot. Moving on to number 6. This is going to go to Raw Talent. So Raw Talent, as many of you guys know, is a pretty well-known team name in the Gears of War community. They've placed pro at Gears of War 2 events. They've made a name for themselves in NJ Halos, and sticking together, being one of those teams that's easy, or I should say easily identifiable with their roster. So you'll always see Cubano on there, NJ Cubano. You have Immortal Spawn. You have Void that's been playing with them for a little while. That's Void GG. And their 4th, their new addition, Ment. I'm very curious to see what he will do. He's kind of one of those guys that always shows up and plays and does well individually, but never has a team. So it'll be really cool to see him playing with them and to see what he can do on a set roster. They've also been scrimming a lot as well. I know Immortal Spawn has been streaming his scrims live, and you can always check that out as well at twitch.tv/ImmortalSpawn. I'll put the link down low. But yeah, they've been pretty active with the scrimming. They've played on LAN together lots, and they have a lot of chemistry. So placing top 8 shouldn't be a problem for them. I'll give them that 6th spot. So now we're getting to kind of the middle of the top 8 predictions. So we're going to go with number 5 here. And this is going to go to VXC. VXC, again, just another team that's always showing up to these events. You got Sub-Zero and you got Gambler, who in my opinion are the two kind of the core of VXC that I can easily be like, yeah, that they're VXC members. So you got Gambler 22, you got VXC Sub-Zero, known for his you know, insanely fast pistol, and his number of events attended. I know he's been to a lot. And combining with Chubbs, who is a player that's always done well individually on LAN. Usually doesn't have like very set teams, and by set teams I mean like practice for more than a month type of thing. And he's played with Sub-Zero before, and I have no doubt in my mind that they'll place top 8, and even a little bit better than some of the rest, so I'm going to give them 5th. PR is also on their team as well. You know him from PR and the Funky Bunch. And yeah, again, no doubt in my mind they'll do well. I think they're a bunch of mellow guys that'll be able to mesh well together and be able to progress through their bracket. And they have a little bit of seeding points as well. I can't exactly remember what they're seeded, but I think they're already seeded top 8, so that'll help them throughout the tournament with their matches, and I can't wait to see what they'll do. So now we're getting into the top 4 here. The top 4 big dogs. So I may as well just get started. Number 4. This honestly was one of the hardest decisions I think in the top 8. I think it is the hardest decision in the top 8. Is deciding between 2 teams. That's ThrowdowN and Fury. And I'm going to have to, for the 4th spot here, go with Fury. And some people might disagree with that, but I'll tell you my reasoning for it. And then you get, yeah, just make sure to tell me if you guys disagree or whatnot. So Fury is Mavo, Karil's, Soto, and Crushmo. That's their set 4. Now Karil's has placed top 2, and by top 2 I mean pretty much just 2. I think he's placed 2nd at like 3 events in the last couple of years. And you know, Mavo's placed 2nd and 3rd, I think. And I think, yeah, Soto's placed second, so you know, they have the placings higher than the prediction I'm giving them as fourth. But they have a new fourth on their team. His name's Crushmo. He's my French Canadian brother from Montreal, and he's the wild card here. It's not that I'm not trying, you know. It's hard to say. I don't want to just be like, hey man, like Crushmo's on your team now. You know, you might lose. It's not that. He's the wild card. He can make them win. He'll make or break the team. And so just for prediction's sake, I don't want to bank on one person making it or breaking it. So I kind of have to give a team an overall rating of, hey, like you have 3 players that have been proving themselves at these events, and then you have Crushmo, the new guy that usually just kind of goes for fun or with friends type of thing. He's a really skilled player individually. Everybody knows he's really good online and stuff like that, and people who have watched him play on LAN know that he's done, you know, pretty well. So very curious to see what he's going to do. But again, I can't just be like, hey, you guys are going to place top 2 because I don't know. So I'm going to predict them at 4th, and you know, I'm really excited to see what they're going to do. They're on the other side of the bracket from my team, Synergy, so I'll be watching them play probably winner semis if my predictions are correct, and then we'll see them playing against ThrowdowN, who is my 3rd placed prediction here. So ThrowdowN is a team that consists of Kenny Bounce, Demo Bounce, Clouts, and Lavatories. Given a little bit of a bio on each of them. Kenny used to be on my team, so I know he's good on LAN. You have Demo Bounce. He's you know, really good skill-wise, very good online. He's a leader, the leader type, so he'll make sure to fire his team up with a little bit of passion, keep the juices flowing. And you have Clouts. He actually took my team out last event in an upset, so I know that he has it in him to go big and pull out big W's. And you also have Lavatories. Now Lavatories, to me, is a little bit of a wild card on that team. Not in the sense that he's inconsistent or anything like that, but he's really good online. He hasn't impressed me on LAN yet, but this is going to be his chance to do so. He's a really good 1v1 player and has gained a lot of respect kind of in the community lately as being a really good online player, but he doesn't just fly at people with their shotguns and whatnot, right? He's very methodical and uses his brain, uses his Lancer, you know, uses all the weapons on his back, and is good with power weapons. So that's my 3rd place team. That's ThrowdowN. They just have a lot of different skill sets. They're individually talented. They've all pretty much been to LAN. Demo and Cloud's been playing together for a long time. Kenny and Lava have played together before. They also won the Hype Invitational online tournament a couple weeks ago. So, you know, like, they have a lot of things going for them. I'm just going to give them, on the LAN, the 3rd place spot. So, going into the top 2 now, the 2nd place team that I'm going to give this to is Notorious. They won the last event. They came 2nd at last year's Winterbrawl. So they came 1st at Summer Jam last summer, and they came 2nd at last year's Winterbrawl. They've stayed together. It's the same roster. They have Toy Soldier. You know him. He's a really good slayer. He's incredibly hard to take down, and they just seem to do better on LAN. They click better on LAN. They have lots of strategies. It's an obvious. I think it's a pretty obvious prediction to give him or give them the 2nd spot. So that's Phobias, that's Red Icy, you might have seen him on Twitch lately. That's Dispensa and Toy Soldier. So I'm giving them that 2nd spot, one of the top predictions here. And I can't wait personally to play them as well. I know that they'll do well. They always play with a lot of intensity, and they don't crack under pressure. I've seen them play and with people yelling at them and screaming at them, you know, 2 feet away from them while they're down, and they come back and win, right? Like, they just have that in them. And then my number 1 spot, I mean, I know you guys are waiting. Strang, where's your team? Are you predicting your team? What are you doing? So I'm not really going to say that my team's going to place 1st. As a competitor, I need to believe that going into a competition to win. I'm just gonna put my team as number 1, just as a placeholder, because I couldn't decide if I wanted to predict my team in the top 8 or what. because I know our team's a pretty known team. We've won 3 of the last 4 events. Like, people know that we're going to do well. We're going to place in the top 8, of course. So I'm just going to put us first as a placeholder. I'm not saying that I'm better than all these teams at all. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm not going to put my team 8th at the bottom, so I may as well put us at the top, right? So yeah, don't judge me, guys. Sorry, I know, a little biased, but I'm just going to put us as a placeholder. So excluding my team, my top 7, I guess, would be Notorious, it would be ThrowdowN, it would be Fury, which is close. ThrowdowN, Fury, very, very close. That was very tough. Then you have VXC, you have Raw Talent, you have Run and Gun, otherwise known as MBN, and then you have what was my team after that? Ambition. So there you guys have it. That is kind of my predictions there. Again, my team, we're gonna play somewhere on the top 4, right? Of course, my team would kill me if they heard me say that, because again, as competitors, we want to do well. We all do. So I'm gonna be obviously gunning for that first place spot. You guys know my team. It's Nasty, Yogurt, myself, and Noxious Hero. And yeah, can't wait to play against these great teams next weekend. And I guess that pretty much wraps it up. Again, I just want to thank the sponsors that I mentioned earlier for all their contributions towards the prize pool and the in the event and helping it run better. And also thanks for everyone for tuning in. Sorry I haven't had a video out in a while, but I thought this would be kind of a fun one to do. A good conversation piece. As you can see, it's a little bit of a longer video than I'm used to doing. Run a little bit out of steam here. I think I'm gonna go get some food. But until next time, yeah, I'll catch you guys later. Make sure to comment, like, and subscribe. Comments important on this one. I would love to see your guys' comments, and maybe even your curiosities if you're new to the competitive scene and you know why I made these placings. So I have no problem answering them down in the comment section below. So until next time, guys, take care. Peace.
You can be proud of that victory. The All-Fathers are silent.